Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Wall Street Journal World News.
April 7, 5:16 America, New York. Chinese church group flies to the U.S. after 3 years in self-exile. All 63 members of the Shenzhen Holy Reformed Church boarded flights bound for Texas following detention in Thailand.
Washington Post World. April 7, 5:09 America, New York. Israeli medics. 2 killed in Palestinian attack in West Bank. Israeli medics say an alleged Palestinian shooting attack in the northern occupied West Bank killed 2 women and seriously wounded another. The latest violence after Israeli warplanes struck southern Lebanon in a significant escalation.
Wall Street Journal World News.
April 7, 5:07 America, New York. Israel and Palestinian militants in Gaza, Lebanon exchange fire. Israel moved more troops and firepower to its northern and southern borders after carrying out strikes early Friday in Lebanon and the Gaza Strip.
Mirror World News. April 7, 5 o'clock America, New York. Man obsessed with brat stalls snatched girl from tent. Then added her mum on Facebook. Terrence Darrell Kelly, 37, was sentenced to more than 13 years in prison after abducting 4-year-old Cleo from the Western Australian Blowholes campsite in 2021.
New York Times World News.
April 7, 5 o'clock America, New York. Joyland, an LGBT Pakistani film, is celebrated abroad. Saeem Sadiq's feature, Joyland, which includes a transgender woman's love affair, cannot be shown in Pakistan's Punjab province.
New York Times World News.
April 7, 5 o'clock America, New York. Dmitry Krymov, exiled Russian director, starts over in New York. Dmitry Krymov, one of Russia's most eminent directors, is among the dozens of artists who have left their homeland since Russia invaded Ukraine. Dmitry Krymov, one of Russia's most important theater directors, has remained in the United States since signing a letter opposing Russia's war in Ukraine.
New York Times World News.
April 7, 5 o'clock America, New York. How AI and DNA are unlocking the mysteries of global supply chains. Firms are turning to advanced technologies to help answer a surprisingly tricky question. Where do products really come from? Cotton being tested at Applied DNA Sciences in New York to trace its origins.
BBC News World.
April 7, 4:59 America, New York. People were taking drugs in Spain 3,000 years ago, study finds. A new study finds people in Menorca got high on hallucinogenic drugs during the Bronze Age.
Mirror World News.
April 7, 4:56 America, New York. OnlyFans star faces police fine after filming X-rated video on Holy Mountain Top. Katie Blake, an adult film star on OnlyFans, filmed herself conducting a sex act on a fellow performed on the Rock of Guadalupe, which contains a shrine to the Virgin Mary.
Washington Post World.
April 7, 3:41 America, New York. Pakistan's army says it has arrested Baloch insurgency chief. Pakistan's military has arrested a high-value target in an operation against Baloch insurgent group in the country's southwest.
Mirror World News.
April 7, 3:28 America, New York. Pope Francis shares views on sex and masturbation as he kisses feet of prisoners. 12 inmates at a juvenile prison on the outskirts of Rome, Italy, sat in a row as the head of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis, kneeled in front of them and bathed and kissed their feet. Fox World News.
April 7, 2:18 America, New York. Ukraine readies spring offensive expected to be largest mobilization since war with Russia began. Analysts from the Institute for the Study of War predict Kyiv is preparing for a spring counteroffensive in its war with Russia and major map changes within the next 2 months. Washington Post World.
April 7, 1:11 America, New York. Why do Jerusalem tensions fuel region-wide unrest? It's become something of a grim, springtime tradition in the Holy Land.
CNN World News.
April 7, 0:02 America, New York. The giant Antonov An-225 plane was destroyed in Russia's invasion. But Ukraine says it will fly again. The sheared nose cone of the Antonov An-225 cargo plane towers over Yevhen Bashansky.
RT World News.
April 6, 23:35 America, New York. Leak of NATO's secret war plans triggers Pentagon probe, NYT. Officials say they are struggling to scrub the sensitive material from the internet. A leaked trove of classified documents outlining American and NATO war planning in Ukraine has sparked an investigation by the U.S. military, the New York Times reported.
CNN World News.
April 6, 2326 America, New York, 6 of the most beautiful sections of the Great Wall of China. Having lived in Beijing for almost 12 years, I've had plenty of time to travel widely in China.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News. April 6, 2324 America, New York, Israel strikes Lebanon and Gaza following rocket attacks. Israeli strikes hit Lebanon and Gaza early on Friday, in response to rocket attacks it blamed on militant group Hamas. Israel has launched airstrikes against targets in Lebanon and Gaza.